Everyone warned me about Willow Creek, but curiosity pulled me in. The house was waiting, alive with secrets and shadows that whispered my name. What I found inside changed everything I believed about fear. If you think haunted houses aren't real, wait until you hear what happened to me. The first time I heard about the house at Willow Creek, I was 12. My older brother Jake told me the story on a dare, his flashlight under his chin, making his face look monstrous. He said the house was cursed, that people who went inside never came out the same. I laughed it off, but the way his voice trembled made me wonder if he believed it himself. Years passed, and the legend of the house faded into the background of my life. Just another ghost story in a small American town. But then, last fall, everything changed. It started with a missing girl. Her name was Emily Carter, a sophomore at my high school. She vanished one Friday night after a football game. The police searched everywhere, her friends' houses, the woods, the riverbank, but found nothing. The only clue was her phone, discovered on the old road that led to Willow Creek. Rumors spread like wildfire. Some said she ran away. Others whispered about the house. I tried not to think about it, but every time I drove past that twisted, overgrown driveway, I felt a chill crawl up my spine. A week after Emily disappeared, Jake came home late, pale and shaking. He wouldn't talk to anyone, not even me. That night, I heard him crying in his room. The next morning, he was gone. His car was found abandoned at the edge of Willow Creek. That's when I knew I had to go to the house. I waited until midnight when the world was silent and the moon hung low over the trees. I parked my car at the end of the gravel road, heart pounding so loud I thought it would give me away. The house loomed above me, its windows dark and empty, its paint peeling like old skin. The air was thick with the smell of rot and something else, something metallic, like blood. I crept up the path, every step echoing in my ears. The front door was ajar, swaying gently in the wind. I pushed it open, the hinges groaning in protest. Inside, the darkness was absolute. My flashlight flickered, casting long, twisted shadows on the walls. The house felt alive. The floorboards creaked beneath my feet, and the wallpaper seemed to breathe, pulsing in and out. I called out for Jake, my voice barely more than a whisper. No answer. I moved deeper into the house, past rooms filled with broken furniture and shattered glass. The air grew colder, and I could see my breath in front of me. I heard footsteps above me, slow, deliberate, as if someone was waiting. I climbed the stairs, each one groaning under my weight. At the top, a long hallway stretched out, lined with doors. One of them was open, a faint light spilling out. I moved toward it, my heart hammering in my chest. Inside, the room was empty except for a single chair facing the window. On the chair sat a figure, motionless, head bowed. I stepped closer, my flashlight trembling in my hand. "Jake," I whispered. The figure looked up. It was Jake, but his eyes were wrong, wide and empty, as if something else was looking out from behind them. His mouth twisted into a smile that didn't belong to him. "You shouldn't have come," he said, his voice flat and hollow. I stumbled back, but the door slammed shut behind me. The room grew colder, the walls closing in. Shadows writhed across the floor, reaching for me with long, skeletal fingers. I tried to run, but the shadows wrapped around my legs, pulling me down. I screamed, but the sound was swallowed by the darkness. Jake stood over me, his face shifting and changing, becoming something monstrous. "You belong to the house now," he whispered. I don't remember how I got out. I woke up in my car, parked at the edge of Willow Creek, the sun rising over the trees. My clothes were torn, my hands covered in dirt and blood. I tried to tell myself it was a nightmare, but when I looked in the mirror, I saw something in my eyes, something that didn't belong. After that night, I started seeing things, shadows moving in the corners of my vision, faces in the windows of the house, watching me. I heard whispers in the dark, calling my name. I tried to ignore them, but they grew louder, more insistent. One night, I woke to find Jake standing at the foot of my bed. His eyes were black, his skin pale and stretched tight over his bones. "It's time to come home," he said. I ran, but no matter where I went, the house followed me. I saw it in my dreams, its windows glowing with a sickly yellow light. I heard its doors creaking open, inviting me in. I tried to warn people, but no one believed me. They said I was crazy, that the house was just an old ruin. But I know the truth. The house at Willow Creek is alive. It feeds on fear, on pain, on the souls of those who enter, and now it wants me back. I started finding things in my room, old photographs of people I'd never met, their eyes scratched out, muddy footprints leading from my window to my bed, the smell of rot and blood growing stronger every day. I tried to leave town, but every road led me back to Willow Creek. The house was always there, waiting, its doors open wide. One night, I gave in. I drove to the house, the sky black and empty above me. The front door was open, the darkness inside deeper than ever. I stepped inside, the air thick and heavy. The house welcomed me. The walls pulsed with life, the shadows reaching out to embrace me. I heard voices, Jake, Emily, others I didn't recognize, all calling my name. I followed the voices, deeper and deeper into the house. The rooms twisted and changed, the walls closing in. I saw flashes of faces twisted in terror, their mouths open in silent screams. At the heart of the house, I found a door. It was old and rotting, covered in strange symbols. I reached out, my hand trembling, and pushed it open. Inside, the room was filled with mirrors. In each one, I saw a different version of myself, some screaming, some crying, some smiling with empty eyes. I tried to look away, but the mirrors pulled me in, showing me things I didn't want to see. I saw Jake, trapped behind the glass, his hands pressed against the surface, his mouth moving in a silent plea. I saw Emily, her eyes wide with terror, her face twisted in pain. The house whispered to me, promising release, promising peace. All I had to do was let go. I felt myself slipping, my mind unraveling. The mirrors shattered, shards of glass flying through the air. I fell to my knees, the darkness closing in. And then I was outside. The sun was rising, the house behind me silent and still. I stumbled to my car, my mind a blur. But I know it's not over. The house is still there, waiting. It never lets go. If you ever drive past Willow Creek after midnight, don't look at the house on the hill. Don't slow down. Don't even glance at the windows. Because if you do, you might see someone staring back at you. Someone who isn't supposed to be there. And if you see them, they'll see you too. And once the house at Willow Creek notices you, it never lets you go. I'm writing this as a warning. Don't go to the house. Don't listen to the whispers. Don't follow the shadows. Because once you do, you'll never be the same. And if you see me in the window, don't stop. Don't look back. Just keep driving, because I'm not sure I ever really left the house at Willow Creek, and I don't want you to end up like me.